Hey, what's up guys? A new meta Royal Giant deck just claimed its throne as the best Royal Giant deck in the game at 56 and 57 in the world. With the new event Clash Royale is running, everyone has access to the Royal Giant evolution. And this is the most reliable deck that you should strive to upgrade or play in challenges to unlock more cards. Pairing Monk with Royal Giant protects it from some of the biggest threats. Cards like Archer Queen, Little Prince, Bomb Tower, and anything with a projectile gets reflected and wrecked, including the overpowered Dagger Duchess, reflecting 500 damage back at its face, and depletes all of its daggers so it has nothing left to damage down the Royal Giant. Wizard is one of the best evolutions in the game right now, and when you have the Monk protecting it with the Wizard shield, it doesn't die. And all the difficult matchups, you can gradually chip your opponent's towers down with Monk. By getting that thing to cross the river and clicking the ability, you'll win a lot of impossible games. Let's merge meditation with might to conquer with cannonballs and assert dominance. And wild wizard love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. Yo, so jump into the game here. This guy's gleefully got the goblins in the banner paired with a Hog Rider and a Tesla. So Hog Rider is not very strong in the meta, but freaking Tesla is everywhere. It is one of the best evolutions in the game. Fortunately for us, we play against an Expo deck with Royal Giant. Let's go, guys. We got the best RNG in the business. And we're ready to roll through the bar build to slaughter that firecracker and put our opponent in a perilous position. So if you guys are wondering why this deck works so well, is typically you're going to be able to use the Monk in front of the Royal Giant to guarantee some extra damage. Unfortunately, we got literally nothing there, which is really surprising because we went headfirst into an Expo and we got nothing. So it is what it is. I guess it is part of the game sometimes. I'm going to go for the Monk, hopefully in front of the Wizard. If it can just squeak on through, let's go. If he drops a log, it'd be hilarious. We're going to pop the Monk ability here, and I don't think it's going to work out wonderfully, but it is going to give us some damage on the tower. If our opponent had Dagger Duchess, that'd be 500 damage on the tower. Interestingly enough, because he has the Princess Tower, which I think is better than Cannoneer at the moment, it doesn't do as much damage as what we were hoping for. So we're still losing the game because we start off at a deficit with the Dagger Duchess having less health. But the Dagger Duchess is incredibly better than everything else. Like, if you are able to have high damage per second against any other win condition besides Expo, you are going to be in a big benefit. I'm going to go for a Fisherman to go and yoink the Knight directly into us, and then we can maybe go in for another RG here. Usually, I don't play this aggressively, but in this particular moment, because we know that we have Barbarian and we also have Monk, I have a lot of extra opportunities. I'm going to go for the Monk here in front so that I can hopefully sack some of the damage onto the Monk and be able to finish off the Firecracker, then go for the Barbarian Barrel to clean up all the goblins instantly. And notice how the Monk took the majority of the damage there. Now our opponent's trying to go in for like a log. Maybe he's going to go for another Firecracker. But as you can see, we got the entire game locked up just by that one push. Even if the Monk can't reflect back the building shots like a Tesla, as long as he was able to tank for your Royal Giant, you'll get a ridiculous amount of damage and still secure awesome wins against someone that has a Tesla and really a lot of elixir to work with. And when he goes in for his own Expo, it's going to get destroyed by a Fireball and an RG. I kind of trolled him a little bit. I should have not done that. A little bit of BM. Gave him a thought that he might be able to come back, but he's so screwed. Oh, and the Monk ability on the Expo is beautiful as well. It's serendipitous to see Expo getting slaughtered like this. There really isn't a will or a way or even a possibility of him winning this matchup. I would actually have to disconnect, forget my password, and then maybe get my entire tablet get run over by a car or something. There would have to be a whole bunch of sequences that this guy would have to have happen, and it's not even possible. We're flexing with the Fireball and nothing. I didn't mean to do that. I swear I'm not that BM of a player, but you guys are probably sitting there in the corner cheering on this Expo player losing in this disgraceful manner. After easily obliterating Expo, we've pushed up to 4,400 in the world. This guy's got the log in the banner, and it's time to roll him with our Barb Barrel. So, unfortunately for us, we are matching it to someone with a Cannoneer. That is the best tower to destroy beatdown decks like Royal Giant. So, we had an amazing matchup against, the last Expo player, and this might be a little bit different for us here. I don't think we want to pop the ability until the Monk crosses the river, so we're going to do that right now. Now we might be able to get some damage on the tower using his Magic Archer. Imagine the Magic Archer hurting itself and the opponent's tower at the same time. Oh, that's awesome. Because the one elixir ability just provides so much value. Also against the bomb tower. Holy, we even broke through that. That shouldn't happen. All right, we're going to Fireball here because we don't want to take damage from the Valkyrie. Also, the wall breakers just die instantly to the Fireball. It's a -2 trade, but flipping the Valkyrie makes it feel worthwhile, Makes me a bit happier here. I'm going to go in for a Wizard in the back, and we know because he's going to have Magic Archer, because there's less evolved bombers in the meta after the nerf. Magic Archer has kind of sprung back into the meta. We can use the monk on that every single time. So he's likely going to try to go for goblins on top to block the monk from crossing, or tornado. Yay, tornadoes, kind of to be expected, but at the same time, we're still locking onto the tower from there. There is no shot that we were across the river and it still hit the tower. That is the most insane Magic Archer value I've ever gotten, and it wasn't even my Magic Archer. I love this game sometimes. It's so fun to see new interactions like that be unlocked because, I don't know, I've played the game for so long, like 7, 8 years, and you would expect me to know everything, but I don't. And we are out here experimenting in science class, and our arena is our playground. So I'm going to rail giant in the back. I actually thought I fat fingered it and dropped it on the other side. I was like, oh no, that would have been bad. I would have had to admit that to y'all and just be like, I'm stupid. But if that does happen, you're still aight because you can go in for another rail giant and cycle 2 of them. So he's going to probably tornado, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Is he not tornado? Why? Oh, he's going to tornado with the Valkyrie. Okay, all right, say less, man. Let's go for a fisherman here. Use our fireball on top of the Magic Archer just to eliminate that as quick as we possibly can. Run, run, gingerbread man, please. Oh, it's not working. We're not breaking through this, but maybe we can go in for a rail ghost here and then plop down another rail giant. Generally, my best decisions are going in for electric spirit plus that to finish off the wall breakers. The barb barrel is clutch on defense. Also, using the monk is fun because of the Magic Archers. Just pop the monk ability. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait. Wait, it's reflecting it again. There's no way. That wasn't even center and it worked. How did that happen? I don't understand my luck. Like, my RNG is out of this world lucky. I've never been this lucky in my life. I'm getting matchups against Expo. I'm getting the best luck in RNG in the game, getting reflections I simply shouldn't. And I think it's a reflection of not running Giant plus Void. You know, I'm not running the most meta deck in the game, and Clash Royale is rewarding me for it. Also, I'm pretty sure that Giant plus Void counters all the decks we've been playing against, but, you know, it's more fun to use an anomaly or a deck that isn't played every single game in the meta. So we're going to go in for our Rail Giant at the river, and I think that we're going to Fireball here. All we need is a little bit of damage on the tower, and that's why we're just banking on that happening. Sure, I can eat a little bit of damage here or there, but I want to finish off the game a bit faster, and yep, we get it. You have a lot more room to mess around when you have 4,000 health on your tower, so I could have cycled to another Fireball or went really aggressive with the Rail Giant. I chose to go for the RG and close out the match, because there's no way he could digest that amount of cards on defense without taking any damage. You gotta love winning with the stupidest plays possible. But we gotta take a second to respect the Monk because his plays were magical the entire match. All right, we got a game here against someone with the Mini P.E.K.K.A banner. That would be a pretty fun card for us to play against most of the time. But when we have Royal Giant, it does devour the RG pretty quickly. So I want to go for the Royal Ghost in the back and maybe bait out his Mini P.E.K.K.A with that RG. I like how there's multiple RGs in Clash Royale, but the time that you say RG, everyone assumes that it's Royal Giant. But it could be the Royal Ghost. Everyone just kind of forgets about him. Anyway, our opponent's also going to end up having a Royal Giant as well. Very good for us to go and pop the ability here so we can hopefully finish off his little prince as well and then preserve our monk a little bit longer. Phenomenal play from our opponent as well. I don't know if you guys noticed what he did, but he ended up dropping the Little Prince ability, so then he would delay the Little Prince. So it wouldn't attack as fast, so then it wouldn't damage down the monk and then reflect the damage back at itself. So he thought that one through quite a bit. Anyway, we can go for a Royal Giant here, and I want to go for a Royal Ghost. The reason why we're playing so aggressive is I don't think he has an amazing answer with no Fisherman back in cycles. So try to get a lot of damage. We'll see if it works out in our favor or if I'm going to fail. Looks like it didn't go so well because the guy randomly ended up having Knight in his deck.
How'd that get in there?
Which is not something that you anticipate ever when you're looking at it from our shoes. We're going to bar barrel, we're going to roll through, disrupt his offense, and hopefully just finish everything off with 2 elixir. That's the power of the Dagger Duchess. A little bit broken. For 2 elixir, I cleaned up a Phoenix Electric Spirit and a Knight. He spent 8 elixir there. Insane stuff if you're asking me. Okay, there's a chance he has Void. We'll have to wait and see. I might want to go in for the Monk a little bit closer. If you guys are unaware, it does body block the Royal Giant shots. So if you pop the ability here, oh no! Wait, that works so much better for us. I said no, but it's going to go and melt the Little Prince and hit the Dagger Duchess tower. Wait, that was better than I assumed. That's so clean. And we can Fireball and keep the Wizard alive. Like, you know what? I would have stopped all the Royal Giant damage, but I'm pretty happy with that interaction anyway. We ended up getting a lot of damage on the tower, and yeah, you know, we're still in an okay position. It could have been phenomenal, but now it's just meh. It is what it is. We can start slow rolling Royal Giants in the back, and I think that's going to be our best maneuver here. then we can maybe go in for a monk and then build up a big push here. I think that's our strat. Since we do have monk, generally better for us to use that to the most of our potential. He goes in for a royal giant. We can fisherman and pull that to the other side and finish it off that way. I wonder what he's going to do. It's going to be hard for him to make a big push. Also, all of our stuff is still going to the left-hand side somehow. Yo, we take those. We take those for sure. All right, I might have to fireball. I hope I don't. I want the monk to get pulled again. If the monk just gets pulled again, that would be so OP. It didn't happen for me, but it's all good. I think if we go for an Electro Spirit, the monk will stay alive a little bit longer. Wait, how is the wizard alive right now? I actually don't understand. Our wizard is still chilling. That is demonstrably bad for our dude. All right, we're going to go for a fisherman here. We're going to pull the royal giant again to make sure that we don't take that much damage. Engaging both powers is pivotal on defense. As you can see, when you have fishermen, you're able to use your dagger duchesses to the maximum potential. Because if you're able to use both of your dagger duchesses on a defense, then your opponent doesn't get that much damage. Even with a royal giant, he did nothing to me there. Insane stuff. We're going to pop the monk ability, pop through with the fireball, and collect a dominant W. As that game clearly demonstrated, we simply have the superior royal giant deck. With monk and fisherman, you have more adaptability on defense and more ways to win. So running into the game against a top physiquer, I'm psyched to play against this Sir because this clan always compliments me. It gives me the motivation to play my best, and you know, with higher confidence equals bolder and bigger plays with monks. So I was talking it. I got to show you guys what I'm thinking. We're dropping our monk at the river directly into the bowler. And as long as he doesn't tornado this back, this is huge value for me. We're going to go and rock up his tower real quick. Also, it's holding everything in place. So the wizard is locking onto the bowler and hitting the tower too. That was half of his tower severed in 2 seconds. Wait, if I'm able to defend against this with a fisherman and electro spirit, that's going to be our best answer because we can bar barrel on the remainder of the skeletons in the bar barrel. I guess we're in a good spot. This is awesome. Let's go. No barbarian from our opponent. Royal Ghost damage on the tower. And our fisherman is protected by our almighty barbarian. There's no way that worked out so well. How did the fisherman find a way through at 1 health to kill 2 cards? I don't even understand, but we'll take it. So I'm going to go wizard in the back just because I feel like that's a nice card to spam when you end up having an evolution. You're probably going to get value out of it. So drop it as often as you can. Oh, he's going to graveyard right into a monk. Please watch the monk knock back the giant. It's going to be the best hard counter. One of the most satisfying experiences is just propelling back a big tank with the monk and watching as your 5 elixir disintegrates their 5 elixir and gives you counter push. I want a royal giant here because I think that it's in our best interest to apply pressure. Wait, we can knock back the bowler ball. It's not even to hit our royal giant. That's insane. Yo, I love that. It just makes me happy seeing those type of interactions. And you know what? We can fireball and everything. I think we hit the bowler too. Yeah, let's go. Beautiful. Wait, I think this is awesome. Can we get an activate King Tower maybe? Please? No! You had 1 job!
Did you guys hear that?
No! You had 1 job! The freaking dagger duchess from the other side sniped the bowler too fast. That's brutal. I was trying to finesse it. You feel me? That was it. All right, we're going to go for our electro spirit, but we're going to wait a little bit. We definitely want to propel back his stuff first. Ooh, electro spirit, don't die. Oh, if you died, we were dead. Oh, wait, this is still bad. It's actually horrendous for me. Wow, giant graveyard is toxic. Who would have thought? Everyone knew that already, but you know, just stating the obvious out here. So he's probably going to go in for barbarians. We have to fireball on them. We have to fireball on the barbarians instantaneously. Yeah, we're going to fireball on them now. Oh my gosh, do I even need to fireball them? There's no way that this royal giant dies fast enough there. Oh my gosh, it actually died. How did... The evolved archers are a terrible card that die to arrows, but if your opponent somehow is playing them, they can kill your royal giant if they've got evolved archers and evolved barbarians. Because the barbarians got instantly burnt to a crisp by the wizard, which I wasn't expecting, I should have fireballed on the evolved archers. If I had done that, I would have 100% won the match. When you make mistakes like that, you deserve to lose. You learn from it and you bounce on the next one. Having an immensely satisfying monk interaction and learning from our loss is an overall W for us. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ryan? It is time for us to bounce back. After losing that game, I refuse to lose this one too. I'm gonna be cycling a wizard in the back and maybe we can get a repeat. Monk for the 2-time, blasting bowlers or whatever we want back into our opponent's tower, collecting 2,000 damage, but this time we won't throw it. The one thing I dislike is whenever you get a wizard in the back and it gets blasted down by the void, even if you try to protect it with a single card, you're not gonna be able to stop the wizard from dying. Same thing as the Little Prince. You just can't preserve it unless you have like a Goblin Gang or something. But if you have a single card, it's just dead on the spot. Okay, I think if we had Phoenix, it would be optimal here. Oh my gosh, another set of Barbarians. You know what? This time it makes sense to Fireball you Barbarians. I gotta do it. You were the magnet last game and we fell for it and we made a miserable misplay. I also think that Evolved Archers are just such a bad card right now since they die to arrows and everyone's running arrows. So I personally would not play Evolved Archers or Evolved Firecracker in basically any of my decks. Maybe Evolved Firecracker can work if you have other arrow bait, but Evolved Archers I just wouldn't play. And that's kind of the first time I've ever played against them since, you know, the balance changes that nerfed it. So messed with my mental. I just looked at it, I was like, wait, that's illegal. You're playing a card that's bad. And then I realized that a lot of times people are playing cards that they've leveled up. And sometimes, you know, you're forced to continuously play the evolutions that you've leveled up, even if they get nerfed to oblivion. So yeah, it kind of worked for him. It was so bad that it was good. You feel me? Anyway, we're gonna go in for our monk right now, plus the ability and then Electro Spirit. And if he drops barbs on this, oh wait, no. Oh no. Yeah, I could Fireball on that, but it's just not worth right now. I think it's better for us to go for Rail Ghost and Barbarrel. It's just gonna be a bit of a cheaper play overall and allows us to cycle quicker to our wizard. I mean, it's cheaper from the perspective of like, we are cycling way faster to our wizard than spending stupidly like a Fireball and then being like, oh wait, now I have to cycle another card and I won't get back to my wizard in time. That's one of the worst feelings in the game, when you're just one card away from the best answer to balloon and then they drop a balloon at the bridge. Anyway, I think that we're gonna try to go for a Royal Giant on the right-hand side, and if we can Fireball on Barbarians, they're gonna die instantly. He's voiding on defense, this guy. Yo, calm down with it. That does not stop the RG. So awesome for me that we're, wait, how did it stop it from getting all but 2 shots? That's kind of insane. That's an Evolved Royal Giant basically dying right then and there. That is ridiculous if you're asking me. But you might not be. Anyway, we're gonna go in for a wizard here. I think dropping our wizard in the corner is ideal against Void because then they can't hit the wizard. So do we want to go for a Royal Giant here? I think we go RG. Try to snag the left-hand tower. Pop the monk ability. If he goes in for barbs, we could Fireball. I really dislike this fact that I have to Fireball the weaker tower right now, but I think I take both towers. I don't think there's any worry in the world. It was looking slightly sketchy for a second, but the Royal Giant topples the tower and secures the bag. We also had 2 wizard friends on the left-hand side that all of his push was cascading down into, and it wasn't a waterfall, it was a firefall, as his entire army compiled into our cauldron. This time we blasted out the Barbarians and it actually made sense, and made us a win too. Cannonball the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.